the stuff I'm going to tell you about it came from the Charger. We benefited from the 2011 Charger. We said, why not put those improvements on the new Challenger? So we get new suspension settings. So we have negative camber standard on the vehicle. Redid every suspension link, stiffened the rear frame of the car. We have a brand new tire on the vehicle. The thing handles extremely well. And now we're in 0.93 G's lateral acceleration. So this thing, all the understeer's gone. The new Challenger dances. It's like Frank Sinatra now. This thing is awesome to drive. It feels about 500 pounds lighter when you're driving. So you'll be seeing some stories about that as we go forward. And we thought this car was so special, we created a special edition called the 392 Inaugural Edition. So we'll be making 1,100 for the US and 392 for Canada. And all of them will come in two colors, white and blue, with opposing stripes. They have unique wheels, unique badging, serialization, and on the interior, we have a unique white leather seats with blue stripes. And they can be deleted. If you're not in the white seats, you can check the box and say, don't give me those. But I think it's a pretty cool package, all said and done. We already have collectors pretty much clamoring. They're sending me checks personally for this car. It's really, really exciting. So I want to close a little bit on these MCAs, what we call midlife cycle actions. The real thing to call them is interventions. These cars are now extremely relevant in their own right. They're great to drive. I think they look a lot better. The interiors are second to none now, and they really better fit the Dodge idiom. So now we're going to talk about the Durango. This is a very, very special vehicle that's been out of our fleet for over 2 years. And our customers have been saying, I want my next Durango. They've been turning in their keys at the end of their lease, and they're asking, where's the next one? So it's a segment that's still alive and well. We're seeing it rebound. Obviously, Ford is investing in the segment. And we think we couldn't just show up with what we had before. We had to reinvent ourselves. And that's what the Durango is all about. So ladies and gentlemen, let's check out the video of the new Durango. From some great bones. Obviously, it's built on the Grand Cherokee. It's been lengthened 10 inches, 5 inches in wheelbase, and 6 inches overhang for really easy access to the third row. But what's going to make this thing remarkable on the road are its proportions. It's really benefiting from a phenomenal rear drive proportion, which gives you short front overhangs, a nice substantial hood, and awesome proportions. It looks great going down the road. It's about 2 inches less tall than the old Durango, a little shorter, a little less wide, a much more efficient package, yet we have more room in the second row. More room, just about the same in the third row, and more room behind the third row. So it's a very, very efficient package. And honestly, I just think it's beautiful. It really is a gorgeous vehicle to look at. It has a timeless design that will look good for a long, long time. And that's the whole idea of the Durango. It looks good and it works hard. So let's talk about the Express. This is a version of the Durango. It's what we call the entry level. I don't believe in a base car. There's no such thing as a base car. So all Durangos will look great, and they all will be able to work. So with the V6, the Durango can still tow best in class, 6,200 pounds, and look smart doing it. On the other hand, we have the V8 that can tow up to 7,400 pounds in two-wheel drive and 7,200 pounds with all-wheel drive. That's about the same as our exit vehicle that was much bigger and much more consumptive. Very cool. It's almost impossible to believe it can do the work, but it can. We actually took this picture live from our reveal up north. And people will be talking about this vehicle for a lot of reasons, and one of those is the way it comes. We have flavors now. We've decided to change our mindset and look at lifestyle packages. So here's the Citadel and the RT, so yet a further fanning of the personality of the Durango. So it comes in ultra luxury and ultra sport. And the sport model didn't exist 5 months ago. Again, we talked to our young engineers and said, what would you drive? And that's what they wanted to drive. So we created this vehicle that's monochromatic, doesn't have a lick of chrome on it, it's lower 20 millimeters, has unique 20-inch wheels, and it drives Honestly, we benchmark an X5, and I would like you to compare the two because very, very, very competent on road and off road. The next is the interior of the vehicle. We kind of kept the philosophy going. So there's luxury in all 3 rows of this vehicle. Soft armrests all the way in the back. It's very roomy. The front panel is gorgeous. We have the standard look on every vehicle is like this. The only difference is whether you have cloth or leather seats. So every Durango looks good. Really what we're doing now is we're differentiating with feature, electronics, with luxury items, stuff like that. But we're making sure everyone who buys a Durango, starting at $30,000, has this experience. So we're very excited to have that be a reality that the dealers can enjoy. We didn't stop there. The safety is a big deal with us. So this vehicle is chock full with new technologies like automatic cruise control, blind spot detection, forward collision warning. So it actually tells you if you're coming on a vehicle too fast. The whole idea behind what I'm telling you here is these are features that used to be reserved for vehicles costing twice the price of the Durango. And we're bringing this to everybody. So we're going to be features that you wouldn't expect in a Dodge are now going to be virtually standard on vehicles like the Citadel. So let's keep going. Lost my place there. So compared with the, let's keep going to the next slide, please. Okay, so I wanted to do a little comparison here because it's important to understand. On the left is the old Durango, the 4.7-liter V8, and on the right is the 2011 3.6. So look at the difference. Here's a vehicle that now gets better fuel economy, city and highway. We gave up just a little bit in horsepower, but actually the vehicle does more work. So the new Pentastar V6 is a better overall proposition than our old 4.7-liter V8. And that's going to be our volume model, and we think we're able to manage an inspired vehicle that works well, looks good, and gets great fuel economy. So let's keep going. So I want to close on Durango and say that I think we're going to find some new customers with this vehicle. This is all incremental to my portfolio. We're going to be able to get people that probably didn't think about our brand, hopefully into our brand. We have a new leasing program with the Citadel that, again, reach out to customers that are used to buying vehicles over twice its price. So next, I want to talk about the Charger. Now, this is a vehicle that fundamentally represents the brand the best. It's kind of like Superman and Clark Kent all in one. It's a vehicle that's heroic. When you park it next to other vehicles, it makes the other vehicles wet their pants. It really is. That's what it's all about. So you can have a vehicle that is that aggressive, yet that sensible at the same time. So enjoy this video of the new Charger. Driving an early prototype of the Charger around Detroit, and it's unbelievable the response. Detroit's a very jaded city, but this car, when I'm driving, I feel like I'm driving a concept car on the road. Literally, people are sitting there taking cell phone pictures. It is so sexy and so much full of visceral American design. We're really, really proud of this vehicle. It still has that kind of superhero presence in the front end. We've included much more sex per pound. This thing is unbelievable. The body side tapers. We have this gorgeous scallop in the door that ends in A-line in the trunk. The windshield's been leaned back. It's a much faster windshield, much faster backlight. We've actually, at the same time, improved outward visibility by 15%. So again, that beautiful compromise of sensibility and looks. In the back end, We have 164 LEDs. I believe will become the signature of the vehicle. Going down the freeway at night, 300, 400 feet away, you'll be able to know that's a Dodge Charger. And what's also cool about the new Dodge is that's standard. That look comes with all Dodge Chargers. The dual exhaust comes with all Dodge Chargers. You can get 20-inch wheels on any Dodge Charger you want. So we're going to have fun with this car. It's the kind of car we can do a lot of stuff with and really discover new customers. But again, I want to talk about the interior. We really, honestly, we've sweat this interior like you would not believe. We benchmark northernly, not laterally. We benchmark vehicles like Audi, like BMW, like Mercedes-Benz. That's why we have cloth-wrapped pillars even on the entry model. So at $25,000, you're getting cloth-wrapped pillars, super soft materials, real aluminum bezel on the center stack, and cool innovative features like heated and cooled cup holders that really work. Heat at all four position, heated steering wheel. Again, some of these features that you associate to very, very expensive cars, we're bringing into the mid-30s. Forward collision warning, you've heard about all these features. Things, again, that you associate to phenomenal European sedans. But we haven't forgotten our soul. So the Hemi is back, yes. This time at 370 horsepower for those people that really need it. It accelerates phenomenally, sounds great. We've tuned the performance on it a little bit. But we honestly put our effort behind the V6 because that's where the segment is going, and we finally have a V6 that justifies the Charger's looks. So the Pentastar V6 is a standard engine pretty much. Comes with more power, 292 horsepower. It actually can do a burnout. I verified it. So it's got a lot of poke, up to 27 miles per gallon, and still under 8 seconds, 0 to 60 times. So let's check out the performance video. So the handling of the Charger has been completely revised. Our engineers have rethought the suspension, gone through all of the camber settings on the car, went to larger diameter monotube shocks on it, changed the camber curves, changed the tires, so the vehicle now is very, very nimble to drive and has a wonderful on-center feel. The old car had a bit of a numb steering to it. That's all gone. There's no brake dive in this vehicle. Every Dodge is sporty. It's so sporty, in fact, that we created a package called Super Track Pack that you can actually, has the same suspension as the SRT, is now available as an option on the Dodge RT package. A really cool look. We're going to have fun with this car. We're going to create some retro packages. But the beauty of this vehicle is you get all this at a starting price of $25,995, destination included. There is no value like that. There simply is no real competitor to the Charger. So we're very excited about what that means. So I want to close a little bit talking about my portfolio. I couldn't be happier to finally have these tools at my disposal to take Dodge to a new place. And what's cool about all of those cars is they all increase in performance and they all improve in fuel economy. Check out this graph. Just to, I asked my guys to calculate all of our volume models that include the Pentastar V6 happen to improve city fuel economy by 11%, highway fuel economy by 10%, yet still manage a 38% improvement in horsepower and an 18% improvement in torques. So basically what we're trying to do at Dodge going forward is make that decision a little easier so that it's a guilt-free enjoyment of visceral vehicles that have high performance and that a look that makes you smile. So please come up and check out the new Dodges. Thank you very, very much.